Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your support of me. Thank you for your support of each other, especially in the comment section as well, because when I created this channel, I really wanted it to be an inclusive space where everyone could feel comfortable sharing their differences, sharing their experiences, and you guys have really helped me to do that. So thank you guys for your friendship and for your presence here. If you have found yourself on this channel for the very first time, if you've stumbled across us, we would love to have you join us. Please join our beautiful soul family by subscribing to the channel, hit your notification bell as well, and be sure to drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I offer that on a monthly basis, sometimes multiple times a month, and I will be drawing that name very soon. So please be sure to drop your comment below and hit your notification bell as well so that I can contact you if you're chosen. But if you have found yourself here for the very first time, please join us. Pull up a chair, get cozy, and we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. I do pick a card readings on this channel, and today's pick a card topic is all about the person on your mind in no contact, potentially, because we're asking, are they going to reach out? Are they going to reach out soon? And should you take action? We're going to get some advice on Spirit on what actions you should take towards this connection. They're going to give you their advice, but of course it's up to you to rifle through the messages that come through and make discernible decisions about your own situation, but they're going to give you some tools in order to help you do that today. So we do have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 here, we're dealing with the doors today. So we have this big, beautiful, dark oak looking door with the egg here. We have pile number 2 with this like keyhole doorway with the little Buddha, and we have pile 3 with this long looking sort of laneway here with the turtle. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit. I'm going to jump right to pile number 1, and my timestamps are listed below. Again, the topic today is all about whether your person is going to reach out to you and advice from Spirit on what action you should take or if you should take action. Pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to this beautiful little egg. I actually keep some rings in there. That's where I keep my rings. And this is your reading. Will this person reach out to you? And what advice does Spirit have towards this situation? What action can you take? The door that you chose says, 3-eyed raven. As sunrise hits upon the dew, a messenger raven calls out with news. Prepare for the unexpected. So this could be, this could be a very good indicator of what's to come in this connection. So let's take a look here and see. So let's start here with the current state of this connection and what the future holds based on the present energy here between the two of you. If this person is going to reach out to you in the near future, what's the current feelings? And then we're going to move into an advice portion where we're going to ask Spirit about what action they suggest we can take and give us some opportunity to take back control of the situation. We have the Devil. Capricorn energy, very strong here, the 4 of Pentacles. So this situation is causing a lot of anxiety and discomfort. I feel like there's just, it's like the longer the period of time goes with no contact or no confirmation from this person, the more our insecurity kind of gets built and built and built and built. Because it's like there was an investment here. So you could find that this person maybe ghosted, perhaps not for everyone, but for someone you may have found that there was communication, it was going smoothly, and then there could have been like a sudden drop off in that. So it's this, it's like, where'd you go sort of mentality. We have the Death energy. We have the Judgment. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the 7 of Swords. And we do have the Moon as well as a theme, supporting that back of deck energy. I'm just going to clarify here with the second deck. Are they going to reach out? Whoops. Already on the floor. We already have a floor card. We have the Ace of Pentacles. It really feels like this person, the longer they go without reaching out to you, the more stressed out they get about it. Because it's like when you miss a day at school when you're a kid. If you miss 1 day, it's okay. If you miss 2 days, if you miss 3 days, it starts to get really hard to go back because you have to answer questions. It makes you feel uncomfortable. And so there's a lot of stress associated with communicating with you at this point too. And I think that that stress now, it's mutual. You guys are both kind of in the same boat for different reasons. It's not that either one of you are chained to that. You can see that the chains are very loose around the neck. But we're allowing the discomfort to kind of infiltrate us. We're allowing the insecurity to influence our behaviors even, and our attentions. We have the Devil, very strong Capricorn element. This person could be a Capricorn, and you're both feeling so like worried now and scared about the future. You're both being almost observant. I feel like you're both checking up on each other online as well with this Page of Swords. And this is actually an opportunity for a great lesson for both of you to be able to detach from this fear and to communicate to the universe that we don't let fear stop us. And that's kind of both of you kind of at this back and forth pull here, standing on the precipice of change, which could change everything. There's this Seven of Swords with the Moon on the back of the deck. So there is somebody who is regretting kind of stepping away from you. There is this sense of them looking a lot backwards and really doubting their intuition, because their intuition is guiding them to reach out to you. It's like telling them that they should do that, but they're worried about it. They're stressed about how they're going to be received, and they feel kind of vulnerable now because they've let it go too long. They procrastinated much too long. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Five of Cups, back of the deck, along with the Lovers. Gemini, very strong too. Scorpio and Cancer as well. And of course, the Capricorn is very, very present. What's really good news for you, Pile 1, though, is that they are going to reach out to you. That's going to be their attraction to you that's going to inspire them to finally act and step outside of their comfort zone. They're thinking about it now. They have intentions, but like I said, they're letting the overthinking take over. Here with the Five of Cups, they have a lot of remorse in letting the delay happen this long. And they're afraid they may have missed their chance, which is only fueling more insecurity at them. It's only making them delay even more, because their ego is convincing them that it's not a worthwhile venture. But ultimately, it's their curiosity of you, their attraction for you, and a little bit of a burst of confidence that comes in for them after this reflection period that is being influenced from their higher self, from their guides, encouraging them to break through. Because as I said, it's proving to be, or it's showcasing as an opportunity for soul growth, not just a practical step in your connection, but an opportunity to communicate to the universe that we're scared, but we're not going to let that fear stop us. So I do feel like they are going to reach out to you, because they can't keep looking back and wondering about you. It would be easier for them to just be like, I missed this chance up and I messed it up and I'm an idiot, but I'm going to walk away anyway. But I do feel like they're going to have this burst of confidence that does contribute to a communication that opens up. And it's being presented as an opportunity here. It's being presented as an opportunity towards more in this situation and in this connection. So there is a huge fear of the unknown here coming from the Divine Masculine, but it's going to be that physical sexual thirst, actually, that's going to pull them back towards you like a moth to a flame. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So there's going to be a bit of a delay here, though, because you're both kind of on this fence of insecurity, and that is delaying things because of their fear of the unknown. They're at the precipice of change right now, though, feeling very vulnerable. And this Death is talking about a rebirth that is coming for this connection. So an opportunity for new beginnings. Now, the Six of Pentacles is all about balance and being able to, giving out what we want to receive back. So it's about treating others how we want to be treated, basically and essentially. And it really talks about communication opening up back and forth. So the two of you may start communicating first before there's any sort of physical relationship or any sort of momentum in your connection moving forward. It's a wonderful time for us to gather the information that we need so that we can choose if we want to participate moving forward as well. So let's get some advice from Spirit. Let's get some advice for Pile 1. What actions should Pile 1 take? If they know that this communication is coming in, what actions should Pile 1 take in accordance to this connection? We have the Queen of Cups reversed. You're feeling really vulnerable right now. If you're not feeling confident in yourself, And you don't want to reach out to them because you don't want to be like somebody who's nagging them or who's overwhelming them with things or seeming too eager as well. We have the Ace of Pentacles and we have the Fool. We have the Sun. I just heard there's no use looking for luck. There's no use looking for luck because there will be a delay with this person coming forward here. So Spirit says that sometimes if we want clarity, we have to seek it out ourselves. So if you're feeling that insecurity, again, this is an opportunity for your soul growth here too. You may be feeling compelled to take a risk or leap of faith with the Fool here to create your own clarity in the situation so that your gratification isn't delayed. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have this Strength. Back of the deck, we have the Four of Swords and we have the Five of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Swords is this retreating energy. It's really encouraging us to go inward so that we can rifle through our pain, our emotions, and the reality and the truth of the situation. Sometimes we will take a sort of like a lag in communication, or we'll take a separation and we will internalize the reasons why that's happening. We'll tell ourselves that they don't care about us. We'll tell ourselves all of these different narratives that all that does is like hurt our own heart space because we're trying to like temper the pain that we're expecting, the disappointment that we're expecting in the future. And Spirit says at this point they want us to kind of retreat so we can rifle through all of that, so we can see clearly the practical steps that are possible to us, and we can recognize that this separation, it's like we're both in the same boat. With the Five of Pentacles, it often showcases two people on the outside in that storm, and so there's a sense of both of you in the same boat of insecurity, and it's a lack of power or a lack of faith in yourself that's contributing to that. It's going to contribute very strongly to the Divine Masculine's delay. So Spirit says if you don't want to be delayed, you may feel compelled to reach out to this person first. And I know you don't want to. There's that feeling of like, I don't want to look like I'm too eager, and I don't want to look like I'm applying too much pressure on the situation, or I don't want my heart space to be any more vulnerable than it already is, because it already feels super vulnerable. But Spirit says that there is a strength found in picking up the baton and carrying it forward. You know, there's a courage found in that. That's like the hero syndrome. It's not about not being afraid. It's about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone so that you communicate that does not stop you. So if you feel that compulsion to reach out to this person, Spirit says that they're behind you 100%, and ultimately it still results in that resurgence and an opportunity for the two of you to explore this connection more deeply and to choose if you both want to participate moving forward. So they will reach out to you, Pile 1, but it will be delayed. So if you feel like you want some solutions now or some clarity now in the present, you might have to seek that out yourself. Advice, please, for pile number 1. Oopsie daisy. We have here the Journey to Wholeness, number 33 is coming out for you, which is beautiful. And I just saw the Harmonic Flight, and I saw the Healing card too, which is beautiful. Back of the deck, we have Sacral Chakra, the core of creation, and that is in charge of our empowerment and what we feel we're capable of achieving here. The Journey to Wholeness is talking about the path that we're on and how all of the different aspects of our life, these opportunities in love, aspects in our career, it doesn't really matter. They all provide us opportunities for soul growth. They all provide an opportunity to wholeness. And it's a reminder too that it's not even an opportunity to wholeness, it's an opportunity to peel back the layers and reveal our already present wholeness here. So you don't have to wait for them to reach out to you if you choose to reach out to them, but they will ultimately eventually reach back out to you, Pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl for you. The future of this connection in the bowl. What can be expected after the communication opens back up? The Sun. Leo energy, very strong here. High Priestess, and the King of Cups reversed. So the Sun is sideways because the clarification is going to be delayed. It's in stagnation right now, because if you're feeling this Queen of Cups reversed, your person's the King of Cups reversed. They're feeling the same way. It's very mirrored energy between the two of you, which is why you both feel like you're on different levels, but you're actually on the same level of stress and insecurity that's holding you back from revealing the truth of the situation, because this High Priestess is sitting guarding the veil of the beyond. And right now they say that what could be waiting in the beyond is clarity. In the very least, it's clarity. And at the most, it's joy and new opportunities for advancement. In the charm book today for you, oh, we have one stuck to my finger. The letter A. We have happy, and they also want to remind us that this person can't create happiness for us, that we have to learn how to adopt a happiness mentality on our own, that other people, relationships can help to, you know, breed more security, can give us a space of growth, but we are inherently responsible for our own happiness. We have the letter V as well. I think about the Hierophant. It could be an initial too, but I also think about the Hierophant and Ascension, and there will be more opportunities for that here. We have the little 2 cherries. I think about sexual energy and temptation, and here's the apple too. So that is going to be what drives this person forward, is this attraction to you. We have the stethoscope. There could be a hospital or nursing connection here, or a blocked heart chakra. We have made with love. I think about children and innocence, and the Fool. I think about taking leaps of faith. But there's a lot of fear there, because here with the lightning bolt, there's a fear of permanent change. There's a fear of how they're going to be received. And we have two mermaids in the bowl. So there's temptation, the siren. It's like, what's waiting for me? Is it something that's going to empower me, or is it something that's going to kill me? Like, there's a fear of you. There's an intimidation. We have Hello Kitty, and we have the 3 honeycombs. They're not filled yet, but there's the potential for new foundations being formed here. We have the honeybee. Sweet results await us when we sacrifice. We take sacrifice, a sacrificial mentality, and we throw ourselves on that sword. There are sweet results that can await. All right, pile 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. If it did, you can drop me your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading. I would love to have you check out my other links as well. If you feel called to a personal reading, that link is below for Etsy. But I just hope that you come back here and visit me for another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the little Buddha figure, or perhaps to this keyhole, and this is your reading. Will the person on your mind reach out to you soon? And what is some advice that Spirit has to you about this situation? So if we turn this card over, it says, begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now here. So let's take a look and see what shifts or changes they perceive coming in for you. Will this person reach out to pile number 2? And what advice does Spirit have for this connection and for pile 2 in general when it comes to this connection? So will they reach out to pile 2 soon? We have the Ace of Wands. And this is the Disney Villains Tarot that I'm using first for your reading. 3 of Wands. There's a definite sense of danger associated with this spark. They have this spark to reach out, but it feels dangerous for some reason. And it's like this keyhole. It's like, am I unlocking a Pandora's box? They're really worried about what happens if they go through this gateway. We have true love, the Lover's energy. And they could feel like there's something or a force that gets in the way. There could be somebody that gets in the way, or they have this decision to make between you and what they want to do here in this situation. But they could have a choice to make. So please take that as it resonates. They feel really attracted to you and they feel compelled towards you, but they also feel like choosing your path is dangerous for them. But it's tempting at the same time, because that Knight of Wands wants to go charging into success, and sometimes he has like a feigned confidence that really suits him well for movement. Even when the consequences can be dangerous, he's like, I'm going anyway. I'm taking that risk. We have the Queen of Wands. Back of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Ace of Coins. I want to clarify this before we go forward. Will they reach out? We have the Ace of Swords. Now, they know that if they reach out, there is like a truth that brings forward. It could open up a brand new cycle, and they know that. But that is also sort of contributing to this fear, too, because there could be a release that they have to perform before they can open up that cycle in clarity, in truthfulness. Part of the danger associated with reaching out to you makes them feel a little bit helpless, or makes them feel like they should be passive about this inspiration, because it feels like a risk. If they want to have rewards with you, it feels like they have to take a risk in the present moment. We have the Eight of Swords. With the Three of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Star and we have the Temperance. Now, what's interesting about the energy coming forward for you, Group 2, is the fact that it does feel like a big temptation and a risk to reach out to you, but they will reach out to you. Ultimately, it may come in the form of a bit of secret communication, though, I will say, because the Seven of Swords really showcases them kind of looking over their shoulder, not really wanting to get caught in what they're doing a little bit. But we do have communication, we do have reunions, and it's being compelled by this strong attraction that they have towards you. But you can see the Queen of Wands here. You could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, perhaps. We also have Gemini very strongly, Aquarius as well. But there's this feeling here of you being this really strong temptation. She's holding on to that apple. And you can see that this witch behind her, there's like this sense of duality between the danger and the temptation, but it's like they can't stop themselves. So even the Eight of Swords is this prison that they find themselves. They feel like logic tells them that they should stay put, but the Knight of Wands says, throw the logic out the window. I'm going anyway. I'm seizing an opportunity. So they do seem to act upon their impulse, and they seem to charge in and communicate with you, because there's this desire, even with the Temperance here, there's this desire for more, especially in a physical sense of like mixing together. There's a desire for more, and it seems to be that which kind of pushes their attraction for you, the fertility, the temptation of you. It's like they do reach back out to you. There may be a slight delay here with the Temperance energy, if I'm honest. And with the Star, it really talks about refocus, new beginnings that are possible, but there does come this form of like healing and delays and being able to actually take the opportunity and bring it into the light. Because when they communicate with you, especially if there are other people involved, for instance, they are going to bring forward that communication in a very secret way. So let's get some advice from Spirit about this situation, and they will give you their advice, of course, but they want you to know that the purpose of the reading is to give you tools of information so that you can make a choice and discernible decisions, and they will follow you down whatever path you choose. But they definitely will have an opinion of the situation on what you can do. Now, your original card says, begin here. Do not fear what travel brings. It's time to begin right this moment. So let's see. Advice, please, for pile number 2. What actions can or should they take towards this connection at this time? They are predicting that a communication will open back up for you. It is heavy with flirtation, though. Two of Swords. The Magician. The Knight of Wands. The Six of Swords. We have the 10 of Pentacles back of the deck. We have the 6 of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. There's the Nine of Pentacles. There is an emphasis for you, pile 2, to claim your independence in this moment. They want you to adopt this Knight of Wands mentality in the present, where it's just this, I'm seizing my opportunities. I'm not waiting passively for situations beyond my control in this moment. I'm beginning now with my opportunities in the present, and I'm going to take leaps of faith as I see fit, because the Two of Pentacles is talking about delays. They do intend to reach out to you, but there could be some significant delays here because they know they have to, and they will, but they haven't because of position. That complicates things, and that makes them have to delay, or it gives them the permission to delay, because they fuel at themselves this belief of like, procrastination is okay because I have this on my plate and this on my plate and this on my plate. So they have a lot of options that are distracting them, which are causing the delays. They will reach out in this moment of sort of a burst of attraction, but Spirit's advice for you at this moment is to not let that delay influence you. Your card said, begin now. Do not fear what travel brings, because the delays that they're precipitating, they don't have to affect you. You know, like, time waits for no one. Time's not going to wait for this person. And they are encouraging you to seek out other opportunities, seek out other options, and explore the unknown as free as you would like here. They say that communication is going to come in. But again, the opportunity, it's like unlocks a Pandora's box. There is opportunity coming in with that communication, but there's a lot of complications along with it too. So they don't want you to lay sort of passively, keeping that heart space closed, keeping blinders on. They want you to communicate to the universe that you have control over all of your elements, even if this person does not have control over theirs. And they want you to communicate that authority by seizing every opportunity that presents to you, or opportunities, of course, that you want to seize while you are experiencing the delay. Because we're not delayed, Spirit says, we're just living our life. And this person may be precipitating their own delay, but that doesn't have to communicate to you. That doesn't have to sort of transmute into your experience. They may find, if they delay long enough and bring forward this opportunity, that the opportunity is not waiting for them, that they waited too long and they now have to go into a healing cycle of their own at that point. So your guides are really encouraging you to not wait around in a passive sense, waiting for this opportunity, because they say that other opportunities for happiness and advancement could present themselves in that delay. And with this world, the world is waiting for you, and the world waits for no one. So it's time for us to take leaps of faith as they present themselves. Oops. We have here, bring your ideas to life, electric eel spirit. There is a lot of attraction here. It's going to be the electricity between the two of you that ultimately brings about that communication. But if you look through the keyhole and you look down the path, there is that big tree right in there impeding the path a little bit. So there's the Ten of Pentacles, which for someone watching, this person could have another person, for instance, or have built another foundation. And we have here Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. And the panther sort of hides in the darkness, keeping itself hidden from view. And in this case, Spirit says it's time to come out of the darkness. It's time for us to reclaim our power with the Magician and to communicate that we're not waiting for anything, that we're keeping our energy in motion. Back of the deck says, Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Let it shine, this heart space. Open up your heart space. Take off all of the judgments that you have over the situation. It's about keeping your heart space open and vulnerable. And this peacock, I often think about position. I think about the King of Pentacles, and it's wearing a crown, because this person could be wearing masks in their environment at this time too. Please for pile number 2, what should they do about this no contact situation? We have here fire. Back of the deck is alignment. It's number 18. It's coming out in the reverse position. This is from the Beyond Lemuria Oracle. And the 18 is the moon energy. So Scorpio, Cancer, really heavy here. And this talks about inner integrity, being a vibrational match for what you want to bring into your life as well. And this person, when they open up communication, could come in with some secret energies, which may not be in alignment with your integrity. It says, look at where your desires and manifestations are being seeded. And if your plans or dreams aren't unfolding as you would like them to, it says it's time to take a deeper look at what other areas of your life that are lacking some some attention. Is something out of step with integrity? Are you making decisions through fear or love? It is through fear or avoidance that your manifestations may seemingly backfire. So to encourage experience that bring you back into balance. And that's what they encourage here. The 15 is the devil energy, Capricorn. And there's a sense here of detachment, or detaching from things that may not be in alignment with your frequency here. It's talking about following our passions. And how this person could be living a bit of a dualistic life a little bit right now with their attraction to you, with the choices that they have in the present. So it's about you breaking free from any attachments that could be holding you back ultimately. But a lot of the clarity is going to come in for you when this person does definitely reach out for you, or reach out to you ultimately. But there will be a delay there. So Spirit doesn't want you to delay. Advice for pile number 2 in the Bull. We have the Nine of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands are sideways here, and there's a really strong frustration associated here in the Bull too. These delays are really frustrating us, and that's why Spirit doesn't want you to hold back, because for someone, you could actually, within this delayed period, you could have a new emotional start available to you. It's like an offer coming in, or an attraction that will form for you, and they don't want you to hold back from that attraction because you're waiting for news here, because there will still be further delays even after this person reaches out to you. So they are encouraging you to take on a more moving sort of mentality when it comes to opportunities that are going to present to you soon. We have the phone off the hook, the letter Q. So questions kind of left in the hanging in the air. We have surrender, going with the flow. We have the heart space, the hospital nursing connection with the stethoscope, but also a blocked heart chakra. We have strength. We have music as a big theme here, guitar, and then we have the bird in flight. So freedom, giving yourself the freedom to fly regardless of when that communication comes in. Because if you don't, Spirit says we could be doing ourselves a disservice and really pushing aside a really valuable opportunity and a new emotional reset that is meant to bring about peace into our own experience. Right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope that it resonates. And if it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. Also hit your notification bell if you do so that I can contact you if you are chosen the winner. You can also check out my other Etsy account as well for a personal reading if you feel called to. And I also have a couple more links down there for Instagram, some crystal sources as well. So make sure you check those out too. But please come back for a visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the little turtle, or perhaps to this long sort of pathway here card, and this is your reading. The person on your mind, are they going to reach out to you soon? And what actions does Spirit say that you can take towards this connection at this time? What advice do they have for you? So your card says patience, and you chose the turtle. Says everything soon will come to light, and you will soon see that things will be all right. So that could be a very good sign that patience could be very beneficial, or could help to ultimately, you could see solutions in the future of this connection. But let's take a look at the future. So is this person going to reach out soon to pile 3? And what advice will Spirit have for you in regards to this connection itself? Let's see. Will they reach out to pile number 3, please? We have the death energy. It feels like for someone, there's this sense of like an old cycle has to close before I can have a new cycle open up. Or we could be on the precipice of change right this moment. Queen of Wands. And I feel like for someone, patience is not our forte. Like there's a really strong sense of impatience with the Queen of Wands sometimes. She doesn't like to be kept waiting. She's very focused and she knows which path she wants to take, so she wants to take it. She doesn't want to delay it. 4 of Cups. Two of Cups. And we're very focused in the present moment upon that reunion, Spirit says too. It's like our focus, our monopoly is on that objective. We have the Hanged Man. Back of the deck is the Ace of Coins. And we have the Two of Coins. I'm going to clarify as I go here. Will they reach out to pile 3 soon? We have the Queen of Swords. The biggest challenge for you, I feel like pile 3, is to maintain your focus and to shift your focus from the reunion into the present moment for yourselves. We have the Ten of Wands, because it's like the unknown is just driving you crazy. It's just driving you crazy. We have the Six of Pentacles. And there's a sense too of like matching the frequency. It's like, I don't want to reach out because they're not reaching out to me. And I want to match that frequency. I want to make sure that if they're not reaching out to me, I'm not reaching out to them, so that I don't appear too eager perhaps. But the helplessness is causing a lot of frustration. The Page of Wands. And we have the Queen of Wands. Back of the deck is the Three of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands. Now, for someone watching, it does really feel like somebody could be trying to wait till a cycle closes off before a new cycle opens up, for instance, before they do kind of make contact. I do feel like they will contact you, but the caveat of soon may not fall under this pile, for instance, because we are being asked to surrender to a sense of patience, even from the very beginning of your spread. And I do have the Ace of Coins here, but you can see it's like the peacock is covered in the Ace of Coins. And over here in the death energy, that's what drew my attention, was those peacock feathers that are sitting here. So it's like somebody's courage is being tested, somebody's position is being tested. There could be other people involved for this person, not for everyone, of course, but there could be complications that are causing the delay. And you may be sort of aware of these complications or not, but it doesn't matter what's causing the delay. You don't like delays, and that's frustrating you in this moment. They will reach out to you, but there is going to be a delay, because the Two of Pentacles, they're even intending on it. They're like, I'm intending on reaching out, but I can't do it right now. I just can't right now. And it could be because of karmic situations or jobs or other practical responsibilities that are keeping them imbalanced from being able to execute change at this very direct moment. So this burden of the unknown will continue. It will create confusion ultimately with the Seven of Cups. But within that confusion, we don't have to kind of always fall to the negative expectations. We can fuel ourselves with positive expectations just as easily. So this Three of Swords with the Three of Wands, they're like, we have options here, and your guides are already bringing in some suggestions for you about how to handle this delay, or how to take the bull by the horns, truly. I want to get a different deck, but I don't even know if I need to with the energy that they're bringing forward here already, because your guides are really talking about how you have an option here. We can't do anything to force the issue from this person. We can't make them do what we want them to do, unfortunately. But we're not helpless. We're not helpless at all. And if we keep communicating to ourselves that we're helpless, that becomes the truth. That becomes the narrative that's being programmed into our computer, in essence. So they really want us to shift that gaze inward a little bit. They say that we have a couple of options. We can surrender to the impatience that we're feeling and let that emotion flow over us like a wave, with the confidence that Spirit is bringing forward to us today, that they will ultimately reach out to us, and that there will be communication in the very least with this new opportunity. Or they say, if we don't want to wait, if we are really like, the unknown is driving me nuts, you can be the one to force change a little bit. The Queen of Swords takes up that baton, that leadership role, and she says, I want the truth, and I'm going to seek it out. And then when she has the truth, she can make some choices and discernible decisions about what she wants. But she precipitates the death energy. So the death is about a rebirth, opportunities, And the Queen is now pushing it forward. So you have a couple of options, Spirit says, on how you can maneuver around the impatience that you're feeling in the delay. They say that the communication is going to come in eventually, but it could be a significant delay. So let's ask about that significant delay. When do you see communication opening back up? When do you see them contacting? Eight of Pentacles. We've got time to work, Spirit says. And I feel like it's already been significant delays, but you may find that communication may not open up for a year or more. Minimum amount of time, 3 months, but at least potentially a year or more before this communication opens up. So we have time to figure out and put some effort into our own experience, into our own opportunities. And we have time to make a discernible choice about which actions that we want to take. So there's definitely this sense of surrender necessary because there will be a holdup with the Hanged Man. But that holdup doesn't have to create frustration inside of us if we don't want it to. So let's get this back here. Advice, please, for pile number 3. What action can they take? Or what actions should they take? We have the 6 of Cups. And as I said, there's such a strong emphasis, even with the 4 and the 2 here, that creates the 6 of Cups. This desire of like, we should have moved into a relationship. There's so much strong, intense emotions with the 6 of Cups, and it's flooded with nostalgia. And that's a very mutual thing between the two of you, which it's this focus as well on this reunion that is creating this urgency inside of you too, to communicate. But your guides are suggesting not to kind of react from that pressure. Don't react in a sense of urgency. They say that this hermit's job is to retreat, to reflect upon the next steps so that he makes them carefully. Because if we react with our impulses here and we charge in now, the outcome of the communication might be disappointment, might impede any advancement that could happen at this time, because this person has intentions of communication, but they're just saying, I can't yet. I'm waiting for something to close off. I'm waiting for responsibilities to taper off. And timing is a factor here with the Page of Wands, but there is this intention of exploration, but you can see the watch piece underneath. There's the 2 of Cups. And there's the 2 of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the 5 of Pentacles. And we have the King of Pentacles. So there could be a position issue with this person, their job, their career, their home, for instance, that's keeping them passive at this moment. But you're both kind of connected to Spirit in the same way. It's like you have the access to Spirit during this time to help you to ravel through this feeling of discomfort or this feeling of helplessness that you're feeling, of feeling overlooked perhaps as well, or not feeling important to this person, because you are very important to this person. They do think about you as well. They think about reunions. There's a soulmate quality to the connection itself. And so this 2 of Pentacles here in the future position is talking about you regaining a balance while you wait for this communication to open up. If you choose not to reach out yourself ultimately after this reflection period, because you may feel compelled at that time to be the one to reach out to this person, but they do require a little bit of a delay from you too, because they don't want you to react impulsively, because it may not turn out the way that you want ultimately, because this person isn't quite ready yet, but they will be ready ultimately. But I don't think that it'll be soon. I think it might be a year or more before this person does have the opportunity to reach out to you. Guys, please, for pile number 3. We have Lion Spirit, be generous of spirit. You could be a Leo here, so if you are, happy birthday. But the Leo energy is talking about facing our fears and pushing through with determination, even during these delays. And when we're determined, we don't fall into this apathetic energy of I'm helpless and I can't make change. Because when we do that, we're communicating with the 6 of Pentacles. It's like what we give out, we receive. And if we keep communicating that to ourselves, we're going to receive more of that in the future, which only will precipitate more delays, which contributes more to a feeling of despair and disappointment and separation. So patience will be our best friend here. And we have here koi fish spirit, there is always enough. And that's the challenge that we have in this situation, is that we feel like we're being overlooked, or we feel like because there's no communication, it's communicating to us that we're not important. But even if there are, again, if there are other complications involved, other practical issues, other people, there's a sense here of needing to surrender to the outcome here. And in that way, we are communicating our strength as well. And we're communicating to a detachment from the fear of change, a detachment from the fear of the unknown. We may still fear it, but we're communicating that we're not fearing it. And that can help us to create a little bit more momentum. And in the very least, it can help us to gain mastery over this helpless energy that we're feeling in the center. We have here snake spirit, time to heal. So you have time to wait, to adjust to, and it's number 55 too, because it's a challenge for us to do this. But that's why challenges can help forge our strengths. And that's why Spirit says that we can use this period. Nothing can go to waste in our experience. And we can use this period of delay to our own benefit, to our own spiritual benefit. Advice for pile number 3, please, when it comes to delays in this connection. We have here luminescence. And we have the root chakra as well on the back of that deck. That's number 2. It's asking us to ground ourselves, ground and center foundations. And it's talking about foundations too that could be kind of getting in the way or impeding the projection or the future of this connection too. This image speaks of finding home within yourself, a sense of deep inner peace, and a strong sense of grounding and being centered. Here you can be released from the grips of survival into a place of thriving. There is trust connected to community, and you can rely on others and joyfully understand your responsibilities in turn. So it really speaks to how just because there's delays doesn't mean that there's no thought towards you. Just because appearances will show us that perhaps there's no connection, it's still very present as well. And then we have the luminescence. It's number 35, which really speaks to kind of effort we're going to have to put in. Effort towards self-love, opening up our heart space, the light that radiates from our hearts. It encourages us to consider the parts of ourselves that we may not be accepting. Or this card is about self-love, the deep, compassionate, unconditional love of self that brings us into wholeness. And so when we have our focus and it's like we're monopolizing our hopes to this reunion, thinking that will bring about so much happiness, when Spirit wants us to find ways to find wholeness in the present moment now, because we're already whole. And any sort of situation or moment in our life that communicates a lack of that wholeness is just another layer we need to peel back to reveal the truth of ourselves. Let's get a charm bowl for you, pile number 3. Advice for pile 3 regarding this no contact situation. 2 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and we have the Devil. And the 9 of Cups is sideways. And you know, when the 9 of Cups isn't upright, it's like we want change now. We want change right away. We're tired of waiting. We have our heart space blocked towards other opportunities, perhaps in the wait. It's just contributing to an all-around codependent energy that's keeping us stifled and keeping us feeling insecure and frustrated. So instead they want us to open that heart space back up towards ourselves, so that we don't feel that powerlessness anymore, and we can communicate to this devil that it holds no power over us. And if we look closely at the devil, the chains around the neck are very loose, that we can walk away. We have the authority to walk away from those fears anytime we want to. This also speaks to sort of our wishes being delayed because of an inability to commit at this time. So please take that as it resonates to your situation. We have in the bowl the letters C and X and F. We have a little half of a snowflake, and we have a syringe. I think about the devil. I think about addictions, obsessions too. Oh, we have another little letter, I think, underneath the owl, if I can get to it. An E. The owl, I think about the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We have here made with love. I think of children, so that could be part of the situation that needs to close out. There could be children involved, for instance. We even have the teddy bear as well. This could also be somebody from your youth. Like this could be somebody from your past that you're really thinking about too, someone you grew up with. We have the Wheel of Fortune. There will be a turn of events. But we do have the black triangle. I think of third party, so please take that as it resonates. And we have a commandment from the Bible that says, "Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house." And there's a plume of peace. So somebody who's trying to maintain their peace right now by not acting upon their desires to contact you. But ultimately, we do see a surrender. We do see communication that opens up ultimately. And they have the intention of like, when I get the opportunity, when this cycle closes, I'm communicating. All right, my dears, that's what I had for you today. I hope that it resonates. And if it did, please drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. And hit your notification bell so that I can contact you if you're chosen the winner, because I have had a little bit of difficulty having my winners reach back out to me. But also check out my links below for a private reading if you feel called to. And I really hope that you come back for a visit here at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.